Y'all are blessed to have me. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You are fucking blessed to have me. And I'll say it the fuck again and again.
Hey everybody, so I'm back with another video. If you're new here, welcome. Take a look around, take your shoes off, make yourself comfortable. Look at the other videos. You're family now. If you're returning, welcome back. I want to talk to y'all about Wendy Williams. So I don't know if y'all caught the documentary that's on Tubi. A lot of people are talking about it without having seen it in totality. They've just seen, I guess, clips online and are just making an assessment based off of that. So I decided that before I was gonna open up my mouth and be as dumb as they are, I would watch the entire thing. So I watched the documentary. I had no problem watching it because I love documentaries. I've watched just about every documentary there is on Diddy, and they just keep getting better and better because more tea is coming out. But Wendy's was really, really good because I don't know how they set this up, but while she was on the phone with Harvey at TMZ, somebody, I'm guessing another TMZ affiliate, was filming her through her window. So her window was open in her facility where she's staying, and she was standing at the window on the phone, and you could see her in real time talking on the phone, you know, interacting. Which was a really innovative way to do the interview, given the fact that she's been barred from, like, I guess, leaving to do these interviews. And I thought at one point they told her that she couldn't do any more interviews, but this came out. So I'm guessing this was before they barred her from doing any more interviews. They just needed to put everything together. But we found out a lot in this interview, and let's talk about it piece by piece. Well, I didn't really take notes, but we're gonna talk about what I remember. First and foremost, Wendy don't need no conservatorship. I half-ass think Britney ever needed one, but Wendy don't need no conservatorship. Monitoring of the alcohol, yes. Close eye on whether or not she's taking opioids or cocaine or whatever, yes. And not even so much that, because by her getting older, I doubt that she is 60-something, almost 70 years old, still trying to snort coke. Like, girl, at some point, give it the fuck up. But then again, with the opioids, you never know, because Shaka Khan is still Shaka Khan. But, she don't need no conservatorship, and she damn sure don't need to be restricted as much as she is. She can call out, but can't nobody call in, or either, yeah, she can call, some kind of way, her communication is one way. Either she can only call out, or she can only receive calls. Her visitation is very limited. I can understand that given the fandom and all of the people that want to see her, but as far as people that have been approved to see her, they should be able to see her whenever the fuck they want to. Like I said, she can't really go nowhere. Her money is tied up, and the lady who is over everything seems to be like an evil bitch who don't really have Wendy's best interest at heart, especially given the fact that Wendy herself don't want to fuck with the lady. This is some I care a lot type of shit. And that's where it's my bestie YB, I almost said my cousin, my bestie YB, because he brought that up. I did watch I Care a Lot a while ago, like when it came out. And this is what it looks like in real time. Like, Wendy is openly telling y'all, I don't know who this bitch is, and I don't want her representing me. I don't feel like I even need a conservatorship. And when you talk to her, I don't know. It seems like regular Wendy. Yeah, she seems forgetful at times, but who ain't? She seems like regular old Wendy. And I heard that the judge that was presiding over her case made the assumption that she was incoherent and incapable of taking care of herself, by the fact that she just kept saying, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying. And people who know her were like, anybody who knows her knows that she says that all the time. And then Harvey inserted like a montage of clips on her on the Wendy Williams show, completely coherent, completely in control of all of her faculties, saying, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, over and over and over again. So it's just a part of her regular jargon. Yet a judge heard this and was like, oh no, she ain't. And I get he or she doesn't have to be a fan of Wendy, but at least know who she is to know how her jargon is. That's like us millennials who always say like or You gonna take that and be like, up, incoherent, up, incapable, conservatorship. Lock us all up then. Because we all have little colloquialisms that we use as our little personal seasoning that we kind of oversaturate in our sentences. We all do it. It's not just Wendy. So that was real fucked up that was the basis of his decision to put her under conservatorship. The fact that she says, you know what I'm saying and you know what I mean, it doesn't mean that she's forgetful. And I guess her sentences wasn't making sense. But again, people who know her were like, Wendy can talk about 8 different topics in under 5 minutes. And some kind of way they all gonna tie in, because she gonna jump here, she gonna jump there, she gonna jump back over here and jump. That's just who she is. And whether it was initiated or fueled by alcoholism or drugs, it has become ingrained in her everyday life. So it's who she is, it's how she talks. And how dare anybody use what's naturally a part of our everyday aesthetic against us. Baby, please. And then we got into the money. Harvey was like, bottom line, like, why did Wells Fargo freeze your funds? Sis, like, what was tea? Like, you were alarming your banking company so much so that they decided to put a freeze in your account, and they were the ones that prompted, hey, take a look at Wendy. Maybe she needs a conservatorship. Come to find out. Now, here is why I will say something in the milk ain't clean, and we got to wait until the smoke clear because something ain't adding up. Her son, Kevin, was using up her money by the thousands. Not the hundreds, by the thousands. So much so that whoever her accountant was down to the Wells Fargo, word to Funky Dineva, they were alarmed and was like, wait a minute now, this is a lot that's being spent. Now, when I draw my red flag and say, whoa, something in the milk ain't clean, something in the tapioca ain't hidden, how did you not notice this, Wendy? Are you so fucking rich that you never... I hope I never become that oblivious to my funds. I don't give a fuck if I got Beyonce, Jay-Z, not Donald Trump because he broke as fuck. Rich. I don't give a fuck how rich I am. I wanted to name more people, but everybody who I was thinking of is evil, and I don't want to be along those lines. But I don't give a fuck how much money I make. I want to always be able to open up my app and access my account and see what's sitting in my accounts. The fact that you wasn't getting no alerts, no tip off, no heads up, you didn't even care. You gotta be a rich ass bitch to frivolously spend money so much so that you never even take a glance at your banking account to see what you spending and where you at. So whether or not she just trusted Kevin and wasn't checking, or she just was so tied up and so preoccupied with so much other things that she didn't pay attention, that alarmed Wells Fargo. I think he spent upwards of $100,000, maybe $200,000. That was outside of the scope of what she normally spent. Millionaire, billionaire, quadrillionaire. Thank God for Wells Fargo for saying, bitch, take a look. Take a look around. Because, had they just been quiet and said, yeah, that man could have spent up, that man, because he a grown-ass man, so he should know better. That man could have spent up half, if not all of her money. Could have been siphoning some money off to the dad, and she never would have knew a thing. And then when she's flat-ass broke, when she tries to go to the shoe store to try on some shoes and they snatch her shoes back so fast, it snatched the paint off her toes. Then she gonna look at Wells Fargo and say, bitch, why didn't you catch this shit? You are in charge of my account. Why didn't you catch this shit? Why didn't you let me know? Where has my money gone? Then she gonna be out of a job. She gonna be out of money. And then we got a whole fucked up situation. So I think alarming not the authorities, but just being alarmed and drawing attention and saying, hey, pay attention to this was not the wrong thing to do. Now, jumping so far into a conservatorship that you just feel like you chained to the rhythm is just too much. That's team too much. But it definitely needed some looking into because, baby, he is spending a lot of money and you ain't so much as blinked an eye. Are you okay with this? Now, did they try to call her and say, hey, Miss Wendy, you got about 150, maybe 200K missing from your account, and it's all going to DoorDash parties in Miami and stuff, and we know that you live in New York, so is this fraud? What's going on? Then she could have said, oh, that's Kevin. And wait a minute, bitch. 100,000, 200,000. Hold on, bitch. Let me get him on the three-way. Because, bitch, I'm not finna cuss you out behind closed doors. This bitch can see what you spending. So now this bitch is a part of our business. Let me get him on the three-way so he can explain to the both of us how 150 to 200K is missing. But was that phone call made to Miss Wendy? Did somebody email Miss Wendy? Did somebody contact her manager? Are you her accountant? If not, did you contact her accountant? Like, I'm not understanding why is it that nobody decided to take preventative measures or less impactful measures than to jump right into, oh, money is missing, she's incoherent. Oh, money is missing, she can't handle her beings no more. She can't control her bearings. She just out of it, and she gotta go into a conservatorship. Not with a family member, not with a trusted source, but with somebody she don't even know that we feel is qualified. That's some I care a lot type of shit. Now, I know art imitates life, but we never imagined that shit was gonna happen to Wendy fucking Williams. Now that Kanye's still walking around here, free as a motherfucking bird. Trump's still walking around here, free as a motherfucking bird. Shamar, Orlando Brown, Miss Netta, Charles. Like, I don't understand. Are y'all not seeing what we seeing? Are y'all not seeing Tokyo Toni every time she go live? Having invisible beefs with people? People who don't even know her, let alone know that she mad at them? Girl, I don't... Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. They said that, I think she was able, now that, time has passed, I think she was able to leave and go see her father. Or she was able to leave because we did see her out and about. But she was emotional about that too, because she was like, I want to go see my dad. My dad is in his 90s. I don't know how much time he got left. I want to go see him. And they won't even let me leave for that shit. The niece said, I was able to go get her and everything was fine, but it was a whole lot of precautions I had to go through. And she said she ain't seen her since October. Is that because you so fucking busy or because they won't let you in no more? And son, you spending up all this money. You the only child I got, and I ain't seen you in that center one time. I understand why you want to do the interviews, because it even came out that you just stole all the money, so that's going to be one of the main questions we got for you, and you probably ain't ready to face that magic. You probably ain't ready to face that music. You probably ain't ready to feel that fire. So, I can understand that, but to just neglect your mama and not see her at all, that makes me believe that maybe you were siphoning money over to your dad. Cause Wendy kept saying, like, my son with other people. Who are these other? She would never mention who these other people were. She would never identify them, but she kept saying other people. Who are these other people? I wouldn't be surprised if it's your father's side of the family. Maybe it's your friends, your colleagues, your classmates, if you in school. But I would not be surprised if those other people were your dad and his people, who are still living off of Wendy after all that he put her through. So it just hurts my heart, because Wendy was everything. She was everything and more. And for her to just be the queen of gossip and to now be the trending topic in gossip, it's, she holding her head up. She still is resilient, and I love her for that. I want her to resurge and to revive her career. Maybe not another talk show, but I would love, like, maybe something reality based, or maybe her podcast, or late night radio. Come to YouTube. Anything. I think the world is not done with Wendy. We still have a lot of love for her. We still want a lot from her. We still want her voice and opinion on a lot of things. There have been a lot of things happening. And I know me, for one, I sometimes think, what would Wendy be saying during the hot topics? Because she gonna take it there, and she ain't got a care in this world. She gonna talk about whatever and whoever. She has talked about Diddy a little bit, but she ain't really talked about Diddy. The lady in Dubai, she ain't never talked about that. The Beyonce situation, she ain't never talked about that. Jaguar, right? I want to hear her thoughts on things. This whole Kendrick and Drake situation. Trump, I want to hear. And we can't. Because Wendy needs Wendy right now. But Wendy ain't as bad off as y'all say that she is. And it's starting to come clean. The milk is starting to clear in that sense. We starting to see the trees through the forest. The smoke through the fire, bitch. I'm here for you, Wendy. I love you, Wendy. I want you to come back. But let me know y'all thoughts. Did y'all watch the documentary? What did y'all think about it? Did I miss anything? If so, hop in the comments. We can start the conversation there. Until next time, make sure you are liking, commenting, subscribing, and that the notifications are on. Same place, same time.